Hello, greetings, my friends. This is Gilles. I come back and continue to speak about transcendental psychology. And today I want to discuss an idea of the search for the Holy Grail. I want to discuss different ideas, put on some oracles, sing a couple of songs, and just for the fun of it. And but I wanted to rebound first and discuss a few ideas. But first, I wanted to rebound on the idea that I made a parallel of the life being like a Hollywood movie, this physical theater, and this third dimensional world is like a black and white movie. Yeah? It's black and white. It's good and bad, light and dark. It's and when we fell in love or we're fully in creativity, we completely enjoy inside this physical matrix. That's when the color begins to appear. But in fourth dimension, there is no more black or white. It's all gray. It's all like positive or negative. I'll return to the astral planes later. But and when we move into fifth dimension, it's like Panavision. It is like full color. It is everything is always in color. It's like this beautiful freedom that will come very soon. For the third dimensional matrix that that was actually created by God, this physical world was a beautiful movie. It's actually a beautiful movie. It is an adventure movie. But then there was extraterrestrial interference with that makes it into an horror show. And it's not a real 3D. It's not, the real 3D it's full of joy. It's full of enjoyment. This physical plane, these physical senses, the joy of being in physicality. So these illusions will pass. The interference that prevents us from seeing the beauty of physical existence will soon pass, and it's all on the way out. So let the illusions play out. And prepare yourself for the ending. The ending will start a new beginning, no matter what. So it is important to realize that the pleasures of the senses and life in physicality was created by God for enjoyment, for the adventure of it. It is a training ground, a learning process that we're learning through the process as well. But it's not really what was created here, like this big horror show that they've created. So it's because it's within our power to create, so just we get power to. We allow things to happen, and now we're awakening, and we're going to change that. For we have to be attuned to the sixth sense, the intuition, but we're going to develop the seventh sense, the eighth sense, and ninth sense. Many new senses are going to come into our perspective. For when we're going to ascend, we're going to traverse all the spheres of the celestial sphere of the local universe. We're going to move through the super universe, and we'll be sent to the central universe, the source universe, to eventually emerge on paradise. But when we traverse the central universe, we're going to realize there was a universe of ultimate perfection that God created at the beginning, and that is the model, all the creators of the universe took all the models of the central universe for their own universe, for evolution. Those are evolutive. The central universe is not evolutive. It is a perfect, eternal universe. And the beings it's called Avona, the beings of that central universe have between 45 to 70 senses. So if we were transported there now with our five senses, we would feel and know very little. There is very little we must. So we need to ascend step by step to open ourselves to greater levels of spiritual sensitivity. So it is a process. Also wanted to say about past life. We all had many past lives. It doesn't really matter who you were, what you were doing in those past lives. And what matters is just being here now. That's the only thing that really matters. And when we're ready for those past lives to come about, the memory will flood into our mind, and there's nothing to do about it. Just to be, it will come when it will come. But sometimes we have these hints, we have those little. And so I wanted to talk about the Holy Grail. For millennium, people have been searching this cup of eternal use, this cup, and they've been searching all around the world and everywhere. But God has hidden this cup. God is like, where does God has hidden this cup? Because they've been searching all around the world. They've been doing crusades and all kinds of things. But in the scriptures, it says only the just can find it. Also, it's the unjust will not be able to find it. But where did God hide this cup? Where did he hide it? He hid it in a place where no one is going to ever find it unless they know where to look. And God hid it inside our own sacred heart. It is all within. This fountain of youth is actually within. It's just because we have not discovered it yet that it is not there. In the sacred heart, God has placed all kinds of wonders. So we want to continue to live within our heart and to seek it out, to seek this fountain of youth within ourselves, for it is where it is, and that's the only place we're going to find it. So doesn't mean that there's not great archaeological discoveries that will be made, but this Holy Grail will only be found there. I just want to say it's like a secret maybe, but it is where it is. So it's hidden within our own heart, and it's like it's the one place where no one's gonna ever look for it. It's kind of funny, I thought. So I'm going to pull a few cards with the Angel Tarot. The past is purification. We're going through this path of purification. We're continuing to purify ourselves, to let go of old beliefs, old habits. The present is unity. We're moving into greater level of unity. We're sensing that life is one and that everything else just flows as the one. We are unipolar beings. You and God, that's all there is. The future is clairvoyance. We're going to move towards lucidity, more clairvoyance, more understanding. What we're working on now is creation. She's holding the globe of creation. We're going to read our powers of creator are returning. And what is coming in the future as a result of that is quite wonderful. It is rest. It is relaxation. It is enjoyment. It is the ability to feel the pleasures of just being in this physical world and to enjoy that. And so it is very important to... So I wanted to say also that we want to shine our light the most is possible to enlighten the world, to shine this light. But this light is not to glorify ourselves, it is to glorify God, for it is the light of God that we're shining. Our own light is the light of God. We can never be separated from God. And it is this glorification of God. And in many sense, it is the glorification of the Christ. He is the Lord of heaven and earth. He is the paradise creator son of the order of Michael. And it is his way that we follow. The Christ is not just a teacher or a guide. It is part of our inner matrix, our inner process. It is an intricate divine the divine component of ourselves. So it is the collective Christ is awakening. It is this golden white light of the Christ, the golden white light of the soul. It is so it is very much continue to call on your spirit guides and the ascended masters in any event. And allowing the mirror to guide you, but make the decision within. Do not allow the world to make decisions for you. Have faith in love rather than the fears of the lower mind. Have more faith in the freedom and the joy and the happiness that are before you than the past fears that may be returning. We are looking for meaning in our life, but we have to reconnect to our soul to see what's most important. And joy is what's most important. Happiness is what's more important. Freedom is what's more important. Abundance, we have to let go of lack and to reconnect to this desire for living a life that is simple and spiritual, yet it can be prosper and abundant in the same time. It is a challenge to be powerful and prosper and to be simple and spiritual. It's part of the challenges of my life, to integrate both, to be this powerful, prosper person and to be simple and spiritual in the same time. We have or not yet that we had incarnations in many higher planes and civilization before we came to the earth. So see the positive extraterrestrial as family members, and they're really close to us. They're more like family than alien. There is no alien. The aliens are the ones that are the draconians that are submitting the world to this draconian. This are a movie that they've created here, but the positive extraterrestrial, those galactic families are more like families to us, and they're like we have very close tie, very close connections to them, and so very soon we're going to be able to return home, return to those higher spheres of total fulfillment, joy, and peace. But for now, we have to make this earth our home. It is to make the most beautiful life that we can here. And so this is important to continue to anchor ourselves in this physicality, yet sometimes letting go of the limitation of physicality. For we all have soul contracts. Within the soul contract, there are the master plans. And part of this master plan is service to others. It is and also accepting to pass through. We knew that we're going to have to pass through because it is a time of transition, some very challenging times. But it's okay. We're a strong soul, and there is this force of attraction, the choice of attraction, and the free will. So it's like we have the choice to turn towards the higher, the soul frequency or the animal frequency. In the Greek philosophy, they said that humans have no archetype. They always call able to choose the angelic frequency or the animalistic frequency. And sometimes when we choose our life partner, our love, intimate partners, some people make the choice of the animalistic choice, the pure physical attraction, without neglecting the soul frequency. So we learn from everything. So there's really we learn from everything. But if we make the soul choice, if we listen to the heart and we make the soul choice, that's where there is the greatest satisfaction, the most pleasure, the most freedom and enjoyment. So always seek to go with the choice of the soul rather than the animalistic part of us. As we ascend through the dimension, we'll liberate ourselves completely from this those memory of this animalistic. For our body comes from this animalistic frequency as well. So and animals are in service here. We have to make peace with all peace with the animals, to be friendly. And so. For as we elevate our frequency, we become invisible to the lower astral beings. So it's like they don't even. And always concentrate you want to feel your connection, your will and your heart. You want to feel your connection, the will, to be well anchored in the earth and to feel the love in your heart. But keep your focus on your 6 and 7 chakra and the 6 and 7 dimension. That's where we are. We have those 7 dimensions within ourselves. It's just to become aware and sensitive, attuned. So the 6th dimension is the seat of consciousness. It is the doorway to the sky. It is the center of our brain. We have this stargate, and focus also your consciousness on top of your head so that you can open the door to the sky and can go in and out of your body. Like once your body is at peace, you'll be able to live and experience things outside of the body to break free of this corporal prison in some sense. And so but it doesn't matter what dimension you're in. We do not worry about I'm in 5th and 4th and 3rd dimension. All of that doesn't really matter. You're ascending and just be here and now with whatever's there. And utilize utilize whatever positive energy that comes to you at any given time. It is important. I'm going to sing a song. I'm going to sing 2 songs. The first one is a revolutionary song. It talks about a very dark time, about this very dark time of the Second World War, and so there was like this necessity to seek freedom, and from the shadow will come the light. And so I don't know why it went through my head. This is a French song. This is an American, Canadian version of a French song from Leonard Cohen. It goes like this. Dum 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 dum. When I pulled across the border, I was cautioned to surrender. This I could not do. I took my gun and vanished. Dum 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 dum. I've changed my name so often. I've lost my wife and children, but I've many friends, and some of them are with me. Dum 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 dum. An old woman gave us shelter, kept us hidden in the garret. Then the soldiers came. She died without a whisper. Dum 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 dum. There were 3 of us this morning. I'm the only one this evening, but I must go on. The frontiers are my prison. Dum 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 dum. Oh, the wind is blowing. Through the grave the wind is blowing. Freedom soon will come. Then will come from the shadows. Dum 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 dum. Les Allemands étaient chez moi. Ils me disent résigne-toi. Mais je n'ai pas peur. J'ai repris mon arme. Dum 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 dum. J'ai changé 100 fois de nom. J'ai perdu femme et enfant. Mais j'ai tant d'amis. J'ai la France entière. Dum 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 dum. Un vieil homme dans un grenier pour la nuit nous a cachés. Les Allemands l'ont pris. Il est mort sans surprise. Dum 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 dum. Oh, the wind is blowing, through the grave the wind is blowing, freedom soon will come, then will come from the shadows. Dum dum, dum dum, dum dum. A great song, very old song, but well, we want to learn from the past. We don't want to repeat the mistake of the past. We're tired of war. We no longer need war. We can find ways to cooperate, to find peace among ourselves, no matter what our difference in philosophy, in physical appearance, or whatever. There is always means. Intelligent people will always choose to discuss and find a common ground, a common point, rather than conflict. Yet, so we need to evacuate all those old ideas, and just so that. The song went through my mind, so I just thought I'd talk about it. And so I sing it. So for very soon, we're going to no longer need discernment. For now, we need to be discerning on what we allow into our consciousness and what we believe is true. But very soon, the truth will be known, and there will be no more need for discernment. Everybody will know it all. For the astral plane, to speak about the astral plane, is the plane of creation. Within the astral plane of the fourth dimension, there is all the thoughts, all the dreams, all the desires, all the emotion of the world that's been created since time immemorial. And within that, there is all kinds of horror things that human beings have been has had some horrific things done, horrific things, and they've done some beautiful things. So it's been organized on different level. But right now, all those negative aspects that's been accumulated on the fourth dimension are being cleansed, so we're gonna be able to move through to the upper planes of the fourth dimension and reach eventually the fifth dimension. For the earth is the training ground, and it's just you and God. Everybody else is just a mirror to that, and we love and respect ourselves, and we love and respect others, just as we are as we would love and respect ourselves. For the fourth dimension shows us what we like and what we do not like, what we feel good and what doesn't feel good. But we have this 3D, in the choice in the 3D to this physical realm, to always the choice, there is a moral and immoral choice to do good or to do harm. For those who are doing harm voluntarily, with knowing that they're doing harm, will no longer be able to stay on the planet, not for a very long time. In fifth dimension, we find a new sense of purpose. We find a new sense of we are aligning to the will of God, to do good only. But yet the ignorance will always be present in the universe, and it's like it's not because it will never come. Even when the planet achieved total ascension and there is no more, everybody's lucid here, there will be other planets in the universe that will continue to grow and evolve through ignorance. It is one of the will of the vows of the Buddha that says, I won't be completely lucid until all beings and all things have attained lucidity, the state of nirvana. But God censured that and said, no, ignorance will only we continue to go on. For there will come a point in time in the eternal future where all the planets, the trillions of planets of the seventh super universe will have achieved the state of light and life. But this is in such a long time in the future, it is, and yet still there will be new unfoldment in transcendental universe after that. But for now we have to accept that to become lucid and serene, regardless of what is going on. We do not want to wait for others to achieve our enlightenment, our ascension. We want to do it here and now. The Buddha did it, the Christ did it, many beings did it in the past, so this is possible. And at the time they had to complete 100% of their karmic lessons. Now we only need to do 51% to start this ascension, and there's been some I also want to say it's better to be kind than to reveal truths that will hurt others, and it's better to be kind. Sometimes there's certain things you do not want to tell people in different circumstances because it will hurt them to know that, and so it is better to be kind than to allow the truth comes, and eventually everything is known, but only when we're ready to be at peace with certain truths. So it is a step by step. I'll pull a few more cards and sing one more song. The highest wisdom is the faithful heart. To be faithful, to be truthful, to sign on self, be true, and to follow the soul connection and frequency. What we need to understand is peace. What we need to do is the neutral observer, the compassionate observer, to stand between good and evil, between dark and light, in this river that flows between those two components, and to remain neutral as much as possible, for love is neutral. And the outcome is the incomplete symphony. It means life will show us what those things that needs to be restored, repaired, organized, tweaked within ourselves, so that we can complete this process, and at which points we're going to move into our destiny. So it is a very powerful time, but be aware of what you need to do within yourself to be free from the old. So I'm going to sing the last song. It went through my head. It's a funny song. It's an old song of the 1950s. It goes like this. All my love, all of my kissing, you don't know what you've been missing, oh boy, when you're with me, oh boy, the world can see that you were meant for me. All my life I've been waiting, tonight there'll be no hesitation, oh boy, when you're with me, oh boy, the world can see that you were meant for me. Stars appear and shadows are falling, you can hear my heart calling, there's a little bit of loving and everything alright, I'm gonna see my baby tonight. All my love, all of my kissing, you don't know what you've been missing, oh boy, when you're with me, oh boy, the world can see that you were meant for me. All my life I've been waiting, tonight there'll be no hesitation, oh boy, when you're with me, oh boy, the world can see that you were meant for me. Stars appear and shadows are falling, you can hear my heart calling, a little bit of loving that makes everything alright, I'm gonna see my baby tonight. All my love, all of my kissing, you don't know what you've been missing, oh boy, when you're with me, oh boy, the world can see that you were meant for me. Song for Buddy Holly. Everybody says it's before my time, but we know that Buddy Holly unfortunately died in the terrible plane accident in 1959. But they're reopening this file and saying maybe he died from COVID-19, and maybe there is Henri IV and Julius Caesar may have died from COVID-19 as well. So we're going to readjust the numbers because we don't know. It's like everybody that died had to die from this disease. I'm just joking. I'm sorry, I couldn't help myself to say that. For this, those manipulations will soon come to an end. We have to be patient and take things on the light side. The card of the day is the Ace of Gabriel. It is this wonderful, magical empowerment that is before us. It says passion. She says passion, opportunity, and inspiration. The opportunity to do something wonderful is before you. Enjoy and be in the state of wonderment in this expectation. She's saying enjoy, really be in the ecstatic expectation of all those wonderful things. That's what she's. Well, thank you very much for coming to listening to me. Thank you for liking, for sharing, for commenting, for subscribing, for your donations. I wish you a wonderful day. I'm really eager to go back to work. I know that very soon I'm going to go back to work. There's so much work and so many things first to readjust within my life that are the elements that are still suffering, but everything's going to be organized. And then a new timeline is opening that I know Spirit is showing me. It's going to be quite wonderful. It's going to blow my mind. So be ready that the universe blow your mind when you're ready. It's going to be so exciting. So be excited already. I thank you very much, and I wish you a wonderful day. Namaste.